Go live.
Here we go.
Oh,
We're live.
we are live.
Finally.
Finally, a couple of minutes past the time we said we would be here.
Finally.
I heard your belly.
Yeah, we're running a little late this morning.
Well, the rain made us run a little late.
Yeah.
I would like to have said I slept late, but that didn't happen. It was coming a little bit of a storm earlier, and we still may hear some rain, but it radar indicates it's almost out of here.
This is it's been raining good here, y'all. We went from 0 to 60 on the rain.
That's right. And it looks like the next 7 days are going to continue.
Yep, it does. It's like an 80% chance the rest of the week.
Every day. Every day. Now, yesterday it was an 80% chance, and it did not rain until late yesterday.
Yep.
So, doesn't mean a washout. It just probably, at some point, it's going to come a gully washer.
We have gotten more rain this month than we did the previous 2.5 months combined.
Probably 4 months combined.
January and February were wet.
Well, I don't know if we got 7 inches combined.
I don't know. We had some good gully washers. But anyways, we got a lot of rain.
A lot of rain. We had to go over to Selma yesterday, and I have never gotten in such a rainstorm in my life.
It was rough.
It was not just a rainstorm. It was a thunderstorm.
It was bad. It was really, really, really bad.
Could not see anything.
Could not shake it. We were driving in the same direction that the storm was going.
At one point, Jason suggested that we just stop and wait and see if, we couldn't get behind it. And it was a good little piece before we found a place that we could have pulled over. And about that time, we saw some light.
We actually got ahead of the storm.
Mm-hmm. And by the time we got home, it was just about to get here.
Yep.
Just about to get here. So
lots of rain.
Lots and lots and lots of rain. I don't like driving rain doesn't bother me.
Right.
Where you can't see.
Where you can't see and you got your flashers on. And I kept telling you I wasn't worried about your driving. I was just scared, somebody else is driving. That's what always worries me.
I knew I couldn't see. So I was being as careful as I could. But that person coming towards me, who knows what their mindset was. And that goes for every day, not just during a storm.
That's true. So we went on a little adventure yesterday, and there was a certain bird that popped up on eBird, which was actually outside Selma, basically Browns, Alabama.
Yeah, which is just a dot.
Just a dot. Just a dot. If you're from Alabama, it's in between Selma and Uniontown, or Selma and Orville.
No, Uniontown.
Uniontown.
Yeah.
Sorry. And y'all, so we go, and it's actually these ponds, and you can see roads on the map, but the roads ended up being, it was a farm. And it was actually a fish farm. It was actually Pierce Catfish Farm. And we kind of know the Pierces, but you don't want to be riding up on somebody's farm that you don't need to. And so I could tell Mary Carl was a little disappointed, just a little bit, because she wanted to find this scissor-tail flycatcher.
Well, she couldn't figure out how everybody had documented that they'd seen one there, but yet we weren't going to drive on the property.
Yes.
But I don't think they did either.
I don't think they did either. And so we found a county road that went right past the farm. And so we went on it, and we were just easing along and saw your normal birds that we see around here. And then the wood stork caught our eye, and she's seen that one before, but she wanted to stop, and we stopped, and I bet we looked and we looked and we looked. And then I had my app going, and it heard the scissor-tail flycatcher. And me and her played that song back to that scissor-tail flycatcher, I know, for 20, 30 minutes. And it never showed up. Never showed up. And I was like, well, I don't think we're going to see this thing. And I don't know how long we were there. Do you?
We were there a long time. And mind you, I did not have phone service yesterday.
Oh, goodness.
My phone had a glitch. So I couldn't do anything that they were doing to listen, except for just visually look around. I couldn't go into my apps or anything. My phone was down.
So I got me my monocular, and I really gotten good at spotting things. And lo and behold, y'all, I knew it was it because she had showed me a picture, but it was a long ways away. And I spotted a bird, which possibly could be it, on a power line. And I told her, I said, Miracle, I know that's it. I know that's it. And I'm just a rookie, so I could be wrong. And she took a picture of it, and it was it.
It was it. She said, this was just a county road, not much traffic coming in. Can I walk?
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, you can walk. Yeah. And she was so excited because she could get, closer to it by walking. Whereas if we had drove up on it, it would have flown.
So that I could tell that made her day. She just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Well, there was a reason that it made her day.
Yeah.
Because that was number 200 on her species list.
She has seen 200 different species of birds out in the wild, not counting zoos and stuff like that, but out in the wild. And yeah, that was a big day for her yesterday.
She was aiming to mark 200 off in Maine, and it didn't happen. So yesterday was the big day.
Yes.
So she wanted to know if how long I thought it would take her to get to 300.
That's her next goal now.
And I was like, well, how many? Somebody said, show me a picture of it. Well, we don't have her pictures.
I don't have her picture because she uses that big old camera.
And that was late yesterday afternoon, so she hasn't edited anything.
But I will show you a picture of it.
How long do you think that it'll take me to get to 300? I'm like, how many birds are there left in Alabama that you haven't seen? Because there's not much of a chance we're going to be going to another state very soon.
That is the scissor-tail flycatcher.
And obviously it has a long tail. It kind of resembles a mockingbird sitting on a power line, except when you see that tail, it kind of sets it off.
Yeah, the tail's really long. You can see it in this one really good. And it's split. The tail kind of splits too.
So she was very, very excited to mark
very happy
off her list that she wanted to see. And we were too,
Oh, yeah.
It makes a parent happy to see your child happy.
We get excited. The app also picked up a painted bunting, which is very rare here. And we never could get it to pull up. It's a beautiful bird. It looks like something out of the tropics right here. If she almost did a dance when my app picked it up.
I told y'all my phone wasn't working, so I'm just kind of listening to them, and when they said painted bunting, that just struck my fancy because that's something that I would love to see. They're so colorful and so vibrant colored. There was a red-tailed hawk that we could hear, and it was just kind of it was over the top of every bird that you could hear. It was out, voicing them. So I am like, I'm going to find that painted bunting. They're on one end and I'm on the other. And I was so hopeful that I could put my eyes on it for her.
Yeah.
But
we never saw the painted bunting.
But we heard it.
We heard it. Allegedly. We couldn't mark that one on our list because it's so rare that on eBird, it tells you if it's a rare bird or not. And if you mark a rare bird, you have to either show a picture of it or give a in-depth description of it. And then they may or may not email you. That bird is serious business now.
It sure is.
Serious business.
So she wasn't too disappointed because right after you thought you heard the painted bunting is when the scissor-tail flycatcher appeared. And we saw an eagle.
Oh, yeah, we saw all kinds of birds.
Lots of big birds that were interested in the fish in the ponds, but we don't know what attracted the ones that are not so-called, fishing type birds.
Who knows?
They were just plentiful. But it was a good day till we got in that storm.
Until we got in the big storm.
Yeah. And we took it real slow. We just said, it doesn't matter what time we get home. We'll get there eventually.
Yep. And
we did.
Yep.
And we did.
just a quick update. Most of y'all probably know that we are giving away a Harvest Right freeze dryer. There was a little confusion yesterday. If you filled out that form and hit submit, it went through. I promise you. But I want to say this. If for any reason that you think that it did or did not go through, you can submit another form. We're doing one entry per person, but it will not count duplicate entries. So,
and I got some emails about that.
Yep.
Some people said, I think I may have accidentally entered twice. It's only going to count you.
It's only going to count you one time. So if you think that you made a mistake or you're worried that it didn't go through, we did. It wasn't a glitch. It was just the way we had it set up earlier yesterday. For some reason, when you hit the submit button, it took you to Harvest Right's website.
No. Grower Solution.
Oh, not Grower Solutions website?
Yes, that's why Morgan at Grower Solutions sent an email and said, please fix it, because we're having people call us.
Oh, I thought it was going to Harvest Right's website.
No, it's going to Grower Solutions.
I'm sorry, y'all.
So you said, who's Morgan?
Yeah,
and I said, Morgan at Grower Solutions said, people are calling me.
Oh, goodness.
Please get it fixed.
Well, I'm sorry. We are sorry. But it is fixed. We even got it set up now that you should get an email. But if you want to, you're worried about it, no problem at all. Just re-enter the giveaway, and that is on our website. And where's that, Brooke?
www.coghillfarm.com.
Yep.
I read growers right there, and it got me mixed up for a second. I was going to say about the country code. Some people
I took that off.
Oh, okay, good. Because there were so many questions about, I don't know what to do for the code. What is my code?
Which is 1 in the United States. You got to dial a 1 before you dial a number that's not in your area.
Well, that was confusing for some people. So
I took that off as well.
So if you entered yesterday and you don't think you did it right, or day before, it's only going to count you one time.
Yes.
So, good deal. Good deal.
And it's not, I see somebody asking, is it open to Canada? It's not. The shipping, y'all, that thing probably weighs
275 pounds is what I read.
So once you add packing, it's 300 and something pounds. And then the size of it, we looked at it, and the shipping would be somewhere around $300 to $500 on it, especially if we did it where it was insured and all that kind of good stuff. And so, that's the reason why we didn't do that. And then Harvest Right even said that we could do it, but then we were scared if it gets damaged, and so it's just not going to work. Logistically, it's not going to work. So the only way we could do it is the lower 48.
That's right. And we hope everybody understands. I think that you do.
Because I think most people do.
You probably have that issue quite regularly. If you want to order something that's not available in your country, then I know we have that issue. There are several times when I found something that's in the UK and I just don't want to pay the shipping to get it here.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty. I don't think people know how heavy it is.
It's a monster.
I know it takes me and Brooke together to pick it up and set it on the table, and we got it on that little short table. I can't do it by myself. It's just big and heavy. It probably weighs more than a regular refrigerator.
Yeah, it probably does.
But it is super heavy.
So please understand, while it's only available to those to enter in the lower 48.
Yes.
Now, when we announced that we were giving it away, it was on a video that I did on Thursday. And in that video, I freeze-dried avocados. And that's something that I have had on my mind for quite some time to know if it would work or if it wouldn't work. So we did it. If you watch the video, it turned out. But I wanted to show you guys how I decided to store them. And that is in a huge glass jar. Now we have a little sealer that just goes on the lid of the jar, and it sucks out the oxygen. And it's no problem to get out what you need and then reseal it again. And I do have an oxygen absorber somewhere in here, right there in the bottom of the jar. So it will help keep them fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they turned out wonderful, and I like them in the freeze-dried state. So I haven't used them by reconstituting them yet, because I had a couple of fresh avocados left over that I wanted to use,
Mm-hmm.
and haven't had a need for it yet. But I'm thoroughly impressed of how it turned out.
They look good.
Well,
I'm just not an avocado fan.
Yep. And I had some people ask if I had ever done any meat, and we have.
Mm-hmm.
So we've done chicken, and we've done shrimp. So both of those were successful. We felt like it turned out perfectly, and we were able to use that on salads and in dishes, and it reconstituted well. So, possibilities are endless. Literally.
It is.
Just literally endless. Yep. Have I done candy yet? Yeah, I've done
Milk Duds.
Peeps. During Easter, I freeze-dried some Peeps, because
Yes.
I said that was something that I like, and they're not available year-round, and that turned out rather good.
Yes.
Rather interesting, but rather good.
Yep.
So, we've done lots of different things. Possibilities are just endless.
The scissortail flycatcher is the Oklahoma state bird.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Somebody said, "Can you do nuts?" I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can do nuts. There's very few things that you can't do, and that is oils.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly you can't freeze dry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but you can't freeze dry jelly.
Mm-hmm.
What is something else that you can't?
Honey.
You can't do honey. And you probably could do it, but it just probably wouldn't take all the moisture out, and
there's some reason why you can't do it. I forget what it is. The butter's considered a oil, so
chocolate. You can't do chocolate. Not real chocolate. Now, you can do things such as Milk Duds, because the chocolate in there it's in a different form. Right. I don't know how to explain it, but it's different.
Yeah,
like you can't
pure chocolate.
Yeah, pure chocolate you can't do.
Yep.
So anyway, I don't think that's going to hinder anybody. If you want to enter that giveaway, you're not going to be disappointed.
Not at all.
Anyway. One thing about the girls that are doing the shipping from This and That Vinyl, they should be caught up on everything up until orders that were placed, this past week.
Yep.
But if you ordered during that initial announcement, you should have gotten an email. Your items should be on the way to you, and had all kinds of positive feedback. We thank y'all so much for being so kind and patient, so understanding. Yes. There's only a few of them, and they are literally doing the best they can. So thank you guys for being patient.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It was very overwhelming, and again, can't thank you guys enough.
That's right. Turned out very good, and we wanted to let them get caught up with what has been ordered before we figure out, new items that they can do, tote bags, some things that you guys ask about. But we will be following up with them as soon as they get, back where they can breathe again, and see if that's something we can't offer, because I feel like it is.
Oh, me.
They have said that, they have done tote bags in the past, but we haven't actually physically looked at them and gone through any colors or picking out anything. So, yes.
I saw somebody ask about the electricity usage on the freeze dryer. If you go to their website, if you go to Harvest Strike's website, they have a little write-up about that, and it tells you how much, or at least they used to. It tells you about how much power it uses. It's not as much as you think. No,
when we lived at the old house, we had the ability to go on our power company's website and look at the usage. And while it wasn't completely accurate, we were able to see very minimal change in the amount of power that was being used running the freeze dryer versus not running it.
Right.
I can't give you an exact dollar amount or cents per kilowatt or whatever, but they have more information on that.
Yep.
And I'm sure if you don't find it on the Harvest Strike website, you can Google freeze dryer power usage. And I bet you'll find out that somebody has done the research and figured out I can tell you, we've never noticed a astronomical increase by running the freeze dryer. And there are times that we've run it consistently, for a month, basically. One thing after another, bam, 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 freeze dried bunches of stuff. So if we haven't noticed a difference, I just don't think it's. But if you want to know the exact figures, I'm sure you can dive deep and figure it out.
That's right. Somebody want to know if Miracle has seen a bobolink. Yes.
Yes, she's seen a bobolink.
And a yellow-headed blackbird. I don't know about that one, but I know a bobolink for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. What is something that was on her? What is something that she wanted to see when we were in Maine that she did not?
It was a scissor beak. Is that right?
No, a scissor tail something.
I want scissor tail. Scissor beak or scissor.
Oh, you're not going to find it. I don't believe. I can't remember what it was. It was something that she wanted to see very bad. And the lady at that was doing the tour said that they had seen one the previous week. But
it was something like scissor beak.
Scissor something.
It wasn't tail, though. It was the mouth.
I saw a comment that they wanted to know if we went to Acadia National Park. Well, initially, when we started looking at possibly going to Maine, I told Jason and Mary Carl, I said, I think the best place for us to go is Bar Harbor. And there was Acadia National Park was right there in the vicinity. And I said, this is, it's a beautiful place. We're going to, be able to go to that national park and bird all around. And the more I got to researching, I found that 750,000 people visit Acadia National Park in the month of July. And that's when I said, I don't know if we want to go there or not.
Yeah. I figured it out.
Oh, did you?
Razor bill.
That got me all mixed up. So no, we did not go to Acadia National Park. Because we're more about, we can't handle big crowds. And I mean, not that we can't handle it. It's just that we would rather be in a secluded area where there's not a whole bunch of traffic to contend with versus being in the area where everybody else is.
Yeah, especially if you're birding.
Well, yeah. But yeah. I know that Acadia National Park is beautiful. It's beautiful. And I hope that we can mark that off our list one day. It's just this trip was not necessarily the time to do that. Especially there's a lot of hiking trails in Acadia. And while I'm feeling much better, I don't think I want to get off on a 10-mile hiking trail. Is that it?
That's the Razor Bill. That's the one that we did not see in Maine that she wanted to.
It looks like a penguin.
A penguin and a puffin a little bit, don't it? So
wow.
So we didn't see the Razor Bill.
They don't look like they would fly very well either.
I don't know.
Huh. So interesting. Yeah, I don't know where I was with that, but so we went places that we could get out, do what we wanted to, and get back in the car. Not, without being on a 10-mile trail.
That's right.
Being deep in the woods. Although that would be fun.
It would be fun.
It would be very fun. I have found that since I've been on my new medication, which is Humira, I take it every other week. So I take it twice a month. And it does wonderful for the first 8 days. But after that day 8, I start going kind of downhill.
Yeah.
From day 8 to day 14. And I can't wait to take that next dose because I know I'm going to feel better again. And yes, I've talked to the doctor about it. I will see him in early August. And I have been told that it is a possibility that I could take it weekly, but they want me to be on it for 4 months, which will be August, before we make any changes. So I can deal with it because I'm so much better. Even during day 8 through 14, I'm so much better than I was before the medication. So if they didn't change it at all, I would be okay. But maybe we will make a change. We shall see.
We shall see.
We shall see.
Happy that you're better.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
I'm happy that I'm better.
Yes.
I'm just not 150% during that little downtime.
That's right.
How's my tongue? My tongue is still a mess. The medication did not help the tongue issue whatsoever. The rheumatologist has no idea what it could be. And I've just learned that I fixed half of it and the other half of it I will deal with.
Maybe it'll go away.
Maybe it'll go away. I'm just so happy that I'm able to be out and about and go and do and help you. I mean, you were getting a little bit run down there for a while. This is not a one-person farm. Actually, we need like 5 or 6, but
oh goodness,
that doesn't happen.
It does get frustrating sometimes.
It does. It's a lot to be done, and not enough hours in the day sometimes. So, yeah, we're just thankful that we're both here to work.
Right. I want to say that Mr. Ryan the Roaster.
Oh yeah.
Y'all know Mr. Ryan.
And if you don't, you need to go check him out. He has a YouTube channel.
He does have a YouTube channel. Ryan's got him a YouTube channel now. He likes to talk about his experiences and his
life happenings and how
positivity. I'm a wordsmith.
Yes.
Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But there is a new flavor out on the website called Blueberry Pancake.
And that's coffee, y'all. Coffee.
Yep.
So Ryan concocted this, and it's very good. It's very good. It's nothing overpowering.
Yep.
It's just a subtle hint. And if y'all are interested in trying a new flavor that Ryan has, check it out. It's on our website, www.coghillfarm.com.
Yes.
And we're happy that Ryan is willing and ready to try new things.
I want to say something real quick. I don't know, a few people, and I don't know when this started, and I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to get it off there. I don't know anything. Oh, guys.
Don't know anything?
I don't know anything about it. I kind of Googled it to try to figure out, but I had some people that didn't like the fact that on our pictures now on Facebook, in the bottom corner, it says send a gift.
Oh.
And we can't see it. So I had to go into my personal page and go look. And I can't take it all. I have no idea how I got there. And I clicked on it, and it's these little goofy little things. And I'm not quite sure how it works. I asked my other buddies about it, and they really didn't know. And so I went and looked at their pages, and they all have it too. Like Daniel's got it on Arms Family. You can see it right there. Lester's got it. Sneed Farmhouse has got it.
Send a gift.
Our buddy Ann Dale's got it. Texas Farmer Garden Guy's got it. I have no idea. They don't know how I got up there. So
but we didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
We don't ask for gifts.
Our Frogberg's Farm, who I like, and I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. To be honest with you. So
somebody said mine doesn't have it.
I don't know.
Your personal page won't have it, but the people that you follow that are listed as creators are the ones that have it at the bottom.
And they all may not. It may be a beta thing. Who knows? Gosh, there's another one. It may be a beta thing. I really don't know. So, I do apologize if that makes some people angry. I have no idea. Laura says hers has it, and she can't figure it out either. It's simply making it. So, if that upsets you, I'm so sorry. I have no idea.
We don't ask for gifts.
Why it's there or anything like that.
So just know that it has nothing to do with us. I didn't know about it till just now.
Is it stars? It don't say stars. Usually stars are at the bottom of the videos, and it says, if you like to send a star, send a star. But this says gift. So it should say send a star instead of send a gift. I don't know. Anyways, I'm sorry that it's there, and I do apologize if that does upset people.
It takes all kinds.
I'm guessing that they're just copying each other. I think TikTok has those kind of things, and then so if one does it, the other one starts doing it, and all that kind of good stuff. They say it's on YouTube too.
Huh.
So
we can't control that either, obviously.
Yep, but I do see it on Facebook on the pictures now. So, anyways.
So, what is the date for the Great Fall Garden Festival?
September 14th.
September the 14th. Yep. And y'all, that will be at Petals from the Past, and it will be a day full of fun.
Yep.
If you don't care about meeting people, there's going to be lots of other things to do.
Yep.
There's going to be lots of hands-on things and demonstrations and speakers and then you can just walk around that beautiful nursery and smile to your heart's content. You don't even have to buy anything to come out with a smile.
I guarantee you, if you've never been to Petals from the Past, you will absolutely fall in love with it, because it's not like a nursery. It's really not. It's like an experience when you go to Petals.
Yeah, I mean, there's been times when we have left and not bought anything.
Probably 80% of the time.
And just getting ideas as to what we would like to come back and buy. But
and it's completely free.
Yes, it's completely free. It's not going to cost you a dime.
Not going to cost you a dime. The only thing is that they would like to have a semi-head count. You can go over to Tracy's website. You can Just Dig It form. You can go to Petals from the Past there and register, but it's completely free.
Yes, completely free. Yep. And who doesn't like something that's free? I mean, you can have a day full of fun and not cost you a dime.
And there should be a lot of YouTubers like us there. Was last year. I'm not quite for sure she even has a.
I saw a list of some people, but I'm not sure if that's the complete list. So we'll get to that at a later time.
Okay.
But it is listed. It's from 9 to 5.
Okay.
I know that because I thought, woo, 5 o'clock's a long day. It's always ended at 3 before. But there's so many events that are going to take place during the day that they want to give everybody time to, go visit who they want to. And somebody said that Facebook gets a portion.
Oh, I'm sure.
Facebook gets a portion of everything.
Yeah, they all do.
YouTube gets a portion of everything.
They all do.
They wouldn't be doing it if they weren't making money.
Yep. They all get a portion.
That's for sure. Yep. When you send stars, we don't get the 100% amount. Facebook gets some of it.
Yep.
So that's how they're able to do it.
Yep.
Oh goodness, I just thought of something and I forgot.
Do you remember?
No, I can't.
We were talking about the Petals from the Past event.
Yeah, it was something.
Start closing at 5.
I don't remember.
I do not speakers.
Remember. I don't remember. I don't think. Oh, I know what it was. Okay. What? So I was thinking about Rachel is going to be there.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, Rachel's going to be doing a demonstration.
She is.
And so that led me to think about, some of you may be wondering about Mr. Roy.
And Rachel and Roy are our beekeepers.
Yes, Rachel and Roy are the nectar ninjas, and they are the ones that make Coghill honey possible. So Mr. Roy's home.
Yes, he is
home. He is no longer in the state of Oregon, and he is home. And I wanted to share that with you guys because a lot of people have been, concerned about him getting back to his home and how he's doing. And you talked to him yesterday?
I did talk to him on the phone yesterday. Rachel showed me a video of him. He is walking with a walker, but he was on his tractor, and he has his walker on the side of the tractor. And she thought it was pretty funny. She was in the video. She was like, "Dad, show him your walker," and he holds up his walker. So Mr. Roy is getting around. He is doing much better. I'm not quite for sure how long it's going to be before he can walk without the walker and that kind of thing. But so glad he is home and helping her. He is actually at the shop, and they got some little help helping him too. And he's trying to fill the orders while she's out and about doing the bees.
I know that he wants to help, but I have a feeling he's probably doing a little too much. So he is resting a lot. Yesterday afternoon, he said he was quite tired, right?
Yes, he was quite tired.
So I can imagine being going through what he just went through. Especially, I mean, I'm sure he hasn't recovered from being away from the state of Alabama yet.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, I'm not recovered from being away for a week, and he was away for much longer than that. Y'all know it's like you prepare to go on vacation. You finally get to that point and you go on vacation, and then you're stressed about being away from home if you have things that are at home that are being taken care of, and then you get back and it's like it takes forever to get back in the groove and get recovered from actually going on the vacation. So it makes me wonder, is it all even worth it? I mean, of course, excuse me. Of course, we had a wonderful time and enjoyed being there and had someone, that took care of our farm. That just doesn't take away the fact that your mental state is you're not at home.
Right.
Something different. And that's what I mean about Roy, is I'm sure he's not recovered completely from being away. It just, I don't know.
Hopefully, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying in our eyes.
I know what you mean.
I mean, today is, let's see. We got home last Sunday, isn't that right?
Yeah.
No. I don't know. I don't know what day we got home, but I know one thing.
It was either, was it late Saturday evening or late Sunday evening?
It was late Saturday. Late Saturday. So today was 7 days that we've been home, and I feel like I just got back. I mean, I have laundry that I still have to catch up on, and it's just, it's just never ending.
It is never ending.
It's never ending.
I will say this about Rachel and Roy. Y'all seen Rachel a few times on the videos. The most energetic, happy, bubbly person you'll ever meet. And it's so much fun to talk to her. So I'm excited that she's going to be at the Petals event. And she should be beside us too with Ryan as well until she has to go speak. And y'all are going to have a great time talking to Ryan and her, because they are both
bubbly,
just great people, and their personalities are just so, I don't know what word I'm looking for.
Over the top is the word.
It's really not over the top.
It's in a good way.
In a good way, because sometimes over the top is annoying, but this is not at all. They are.
There are people that if you're having a bad day and you're around them, it's going to put a smile on your face.
It really is.
And you wonder, do these people ever get mad? And so I talked about that one time on the live about Rachel and how, she's just so happy all the time.
She is.
And she sent me a text and she said, I'm happy till I'm not happy. Meaning, look out.
Yep.
And I think, she's so fitting in personality in what we've got going on.
Yep.
Just brings a smile every single time we're around.
Every single time.
And Ryan too. We don't mean to not talk about Ryan, but we just happened to have saw Rachel this week
and talked to Roy. Roy's great too.
But she's so in the camera. She's just spectacular.
She does love teaching. Really does love teaching.
And he does a wonderful job, but he doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, he doesn't feel comfortable around, but he's really good around the camera.
He's really good, and he would object to that because he doesn't feel comfortable. But both of them are excellent teachers, and I hope in the future of our honey and beekeeping that we can show more of them and how things work, because I certainly don't understand it.
Yep.
But the way she explains it is on a level where any of you could understand it.
It is. It really is. So I like getting her on camera because she's so good. She's so good.
I saw some people said, what happened to Mr. Roy? Okay, so Mr. Roy's son lives in Portland, Oregon, and he and his wife went to visit. He was out walking the dog, and somehow he got tangled up and he fell and he broke his hip.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a long way from Alabama.
Very long way.
So he had to have surgery in Oregon to repair his hip, and he wasn't able to fly until doctors released him.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to spend a little bit of time there, had to have some physical therapy there. And of course, you know, he felt like he had obligations here in Alabama, which is where his business is. But he's back in Alabama. However, he's not completely recovered yet.
Right.
We all know that takes time and doesn't happen overnight. But he's on his way.
Mm-hmm.
He's much better than he was a month ago. Much, much better.
Much, much better. So can't wait to see him here on the farm.
That's right. That's right. Without a walker.
Without a walker.
Without a walker.
Ooh. You have to get him one of them little scooters. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
And he can put
he would probably object to that because he doesn't plan this to be very long.
No, he don't. Put the beehives on it and he can go around.
I have a feeling he's going to be on a ladder before he needs to be. He's just that kind of person.
Oh, man. Yeah, Rachel kept telling me he's stubborn.
Well, you know, I think that all of us who enjoy our work are stubborn in some way to get back to doing what we love, especially when you enjoy it.
Yes, absolutely.
And he definitely, oh my gosh, his knowledge is endless. And hers is too. But he was kind of he's kind of the one that started the whole bee business. And then Rachel was working another job. She was actually living in Oregon, living the fast-paced business life and wanted to slow down. So
she had a degree in. She got a degree for,
He had the opportunity to start a honey company and brought Rachel back to Alabama, and they teamed up, and we're so happy to have them.
Yes, absolutely.
So happy.
Great people.
And she's enjoying her slow-paced life versus fast-paced life. Although it's
not slow.
I was fixing to say, although it's probably not slow-paced, it's doing something you love, so that can make it as slow or as fast-paced as you want it.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
That we talked to somebody yesterday that he told us that, you know, being your own boss and being able to set your own schedule is, you feel like it's not even work, you know, because especially if you're doing something you enjoy, which obviously you probably would be if you were setting your own hours. And
he's been doing it for years.
Yes. Very blessed.
Years and years.
Very, very blessed. Thankful.
So I got to talk about those crazy emus. Y'all saw them. I was driving. I was literally hoping I was gonna catch Moo Man under that mister.
Right.
In that video, me and Holly were driving, and they were just standing there, and I didn't get that part on camera. They were just standing there, and then all of a sudden, boop! It's like a switch went off or something, and they got to running. And I have not seen them run, especially Nugget. I've not seen Nugget run like that unless he was chasing something.
Right.
or I think we seen him one time when he got scared, a loud noise, but it was just for a brief second. It wasn't for a long time. I have not seen them run like that.
Well, we've never seen the two of them.
Never seen the two of them. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know which one started first. One of them started, and then the other one was automatic. And y'all, I was so glad I caught it on camera for one. It was absolutely hilarious.
Dyson got home, and he said, "Brooke," he said, "you're not going to believe this. Nugget and Goldie were just running." And I was like, you know, I kind of was like, okay, thinking that they were just, you know, going from point A to point B. Well, he showed me the footage, and y'all, I laughed and I could not believe what I just witnessed.
I've recorded 3 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how long they were running for. The funniest thing to me was that one time, and you really couldn't see it well because that H post was right there, and I had it on wide angle at the time. If you go back and watch, it was near the end. Nugget comes around and he turns that corner, and when he turns that corner, he does this little kick, and he goes.
And Jason tried to show it to me, and I couldn't see it because of that it was on his phone at the time, but he got so tickled about that little kick out.
I don't know why he did that kick out, but he hit that turn and he did that little kick like this, and his leg, it was like he was parallel like this, and his body was horizontal. I mean, it was absolutely hilarious. Now, it was real fast, but it was absolutely hilarious. It does remind me when he was a little thing and used to run all the time, but as emus mature and get older, they really don't run like that no more.
The most asked question after we moved here was, why didn't Nugget run anymore?
Yeah.
Well, when we moved here, Nugget was no longer a baby, and he had stopped running at the old farm. But I think people had in their mind that he wasn't running because he was at a new place and he didn't like it.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. They just, it's kind of like, you don't see me out here running on this farm. But you might see Mary Carl out there running on the farm.
Yeah.
It's
just like goats. Baby goats jump around and play and, jump all over everything. And then as they get older, they really don't do that much anymore. But I don't know. I'm just glad I was able to catch it. Absolutely. Because it was so much fun.
So I told Catherine, I said, just wait till you see tomorrow's video. And so she watched the video the next day and she reached out to me and she said, I have got to have an emu now.
Yeah.
I've got to have it. Because she did not watch us nor know us back when Nugget was little. So she missed all that running and silly things that he did. So she only knows what she sees him as today. And she wanted an emu as she sees him today. Just imagine what it would be like if she had a baby.
The funny part is, I say funny part, it's really not funny, but when you're out there, you really can't tell it on camera really, but when their feet hit the ground, it's really powerful. I mean, you can hear it. It sounds like a horse running. It's just boom, 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 boom. It is really, really, really fascinating, to say the least.
I tell you what would have been really, really fascinating. If those 17 eggs that she had laid, what if all 17 of them had hatched? Can y'all imagine the emus on the loose? Can you imagine? I mean, we would have to set up a live cam. There would be no way around it. 17 little ones just going crazy.
Jeez, Manila.
And I'm not giving up because they love each other so much. They're definitely going to try again, although it's got to be cool weather.
Yeah.
In order to let Nugget sit. Now, I told Catherine, I said, look, we got to get you some emus. And Goldie hasn't told me if she plans on laying again or not. I said, but if she does, we may incubate them.
Yeah.
Meaning she and I.
Right.
And she said, well, I don't know if she said she's only got a little styrofoam incubator and it's not handling humidity very well. And I said, oh, I got you covered. And she said that we would go in together.
Okay.
And incubate her a couple of eggs. And she's going to do the research because I can just do what she tells me. If she does the brain work behind it, I can handle up in the humidity or down in the humidity.
And she'll help you?
Yeah, she'll help me. So it's going to be a system. And we're going to get her an emu or two. Got to. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to get Catherine a couple of emus because I don't think everybody needs an emu. But I think if you have the place and the time, and there are certain situations where, my gosh, Jason was no forever.
Oh, I was
forever.
Yep.
And it took us a lot of reading and legwork to feel like we were comfortable with getting one. Because if you get one and you don't feed it the right thing, you're gonna have a live emu for very long. Sadly.
Yep.
Sadly.
Now, Arms didn't incubate Charlie. I don't think they ever were successful. Charlie came from What's it called? I forgot their name. Not useless.
No, that's a bad email.
Anyways,
or one of them's bad.
Okie something.
Random Okie.
Random Okie Farm. That's what it's called. That's where Charlie came from. Yep. And I don't know if she incubates them or she lets the emus incubate them.
I think a mix. Sure. You know, some of them are probably not good sitters.
Yeah.
Meaning the male. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Nugget's a good sitter. It just didn't all come together correctly.
Yep.
Something went a little off. But I have a feeling next time it's not going to be off. They didn't even like each other, so to speak, when she laid. You know, it was still during that transition time.
Yeah, they didn't like each other at all.
But now I know they like each other. So
Random Okie Farm.
Maybe that was the kicker in the eggs not hatching or not being successful. You gotta like each other.
They do now.
They do now.
Golly, they are just y'all. Number one.
Mama says she saw one of them in the boat the other day.
Oh gosh. Now that I wish I could find.
She said, I saw one of the emus in the paddle boat.
I guess they're fixing to go.
I guess, well, one of them, maybe they didn't go anywhere because the other one didn't come.
They're fixing to go take the boat out.
Yep. I'm sorry.
No, I forgot what I was fixing.
I'm sorry.
I knew that the emus would like the misting system.
Yeah.
But I had no idea they were going to love the mister.
That's right.
Oh, my gracious. They sat there near about all day, I believe.
And I mean, before the mister, they would just be out and about all day long. They had access to the stall.
They had access to the stall, or they'd hang around the trees, which is understandable. They don't go to the pond as much as, they do off and on, but not like.
It's not consistent.
It's not like, yeah.
And they don't stay down there. They go take a dip and then they come back out. It's fairly quick.
But man, they love that mister. My gracious, they love that mister.
That tells me they got a good set of brains in that little noggin up there.
Yeah.
It's not a very big skull to have a lot of brains, but they got sense if they know to stay in there.
They love it more than any farm animal here so far.
For sure.
No doubt.
I don't know about that. The chickens, when it's hot outside, the chickens do appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
But seeing those big birds, and favoring one area over the whole rest, the chickens are, they're confined to an area anyway, but the emus could go anywhere.
Right.
They just decide they're going to stay right there.
They definitely stay right there. They love that thing.
They love it.
They love it. I've seen Honey doesn't care for it. She doesn't dislike it, but Jessie seems to come in there from time to time too and catch it. Speaking of, I hear him hee-hawing out there.
I heard Jessie. I don't know if it was Jessie or Honey, but I heard one of them. And those two are another example.
Yeah.
So when we first got Honey, it's not that they ever didn't get along. It's that you could feel like Jessie was still blending with the goats, but now you see those two together all the time.
I tell you what else happens or has happened is that Honey has calmed Jessie down, and Honey's not aggressive at all. No aggression whatsoever. But she has calmed Honey. Honey was a firecracker when she first.
You mean Jessie?
I mean Jessie. Jessie was a firecracker, y'all. If we were over there with Mildred, Jessie would come over, and she evidently had tried to kick Mildred or whatever, because Jessie would come over there, and then Jessie would whip around and show Mildred or the goats or whatever her back legs, and everybody would just ease off. So Jessie was a little firecracker.
Mm-hmm.
But now she does not do that at all.
No, she doesn't. And neither does Honey.
Honey's never done it.
Honey never has.
Yeah.
Honey is so laid back.
Yep.
She is just doo-doo.
She is.
But Jessie's always been on, like she's on cloud 10 all the time. So maybe that the two of them together.
I think it really, really did. I think it just calmed her down. She's got, a buddy in there, and yeah, it is
it's worked out.
It's worked out great. It really has. And they are pretty tight. You don't see, I say that they will spread apart,
but they're not going to be in a different pasture.
Nah, you rarely see them in a different pasture.
They definitely get along. It's kind of like the Nugget Goldie situation. Initially they were kind of away from each other, and now you're not gonna too much see one without the other.
Right. Mildred and Moody.
Yeah, Mildred and Moody. Now that's a tight situation there.
Yep.
That is a tight situation. They get along very well.
They get along very well. Very, very well.
And Joe and Mo get along very well.
Oh gosh. Y'all, them two right now, they're both in rut, and they are pretty much wrestling almost all day.
I'd like to move them to the next pasture over.
Okay.
There's a porta hut already in there.
Yeah.
And that way we can kind of get that area cleaned up and
take the fence down in the back
too,
and all that kind of stuff.
Because they don't need that big of an area. It was really for Moody rather than Mo and Joe. They got plenty of grass, plenty of pasture, and all is well. But Mo has turned into a very handsome little man. Big man. His neck is literally that big around. He's getting close to Joe, but I don't know if he'll ever quite be just as big as Joe. Joe's a big boy.
Joe is a big boy, but he's gaining. He's gaining.
He's gaining fast too. They do love their scratching post. It's Moody's scratching post, and we're eventually going to get that scratching post. That's another thing we could do.
What's that?
When we move them, we could take up the scratching post and move it over to Moody and Mildred.
Yeah, that's our plan.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the goats are out of there, it'll make it much easier to get it up.
True.
I really don't want to be working in there with those stinky boys rubbing all over me.
It'd take you 6 days to get that off.
Yeah, it would.
It would take you a while.
It certainly would.
Oh my gracious. Whoo. And I say it's not like a odor that'll make you,
gag.
But it doesn't smell good either.
No, it's something that you just say, where's that smell coming from? Just kind of like, have you been around the boy goats?
It's kind of like rear end grease. If you ever dealt with mechanics and a differential.
That was not a good thing to say.
Oh, that's what we call them. Your rear axles, the rear end of the car.
It is kind of like rear end
gear
grease.
Oil. Gear oil. Maybe I should say gear oil.
Oh, that made me laugh.
Have you ever smelled gear oil before?
Rear end grease.
It's not like a odor that's gonna make you gag, but also
that was funny. I don't know. I didn't know what rear end grease was, but
now you know.
Now I know.
Yeah, if you were to go to a mechanic shop and tell them you needed a bottle of rear end grease, I guarantee you they wouldn't bat an eye. They wouldn't laugh or giggle or anything.
I bet most of these ladies probably don't know what rear end grease is. So I might be surprised. Oh goodness!
Oh man!
Jason for the win.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, that was funny. Well, y'all, it looks like we're gonna have more rain.
Is it coming?
More rain. Jason always tells me I put my weather app on past plus future.
Usually future.
Well, past plus future is what I tend to do. When I put it on past plus future, I find out that it says
it's fixing to rain in just a minute. Let's hit it straight towards.
It says at 12 o'clock. Look at that. I mean, it's going to storm from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, according to the past plus future. So we may be finding something inside to do today, but we're gonna make hay, so to speak, while we can.
That's right. Yeah.
Our animals are all in need of food and taken care of, no matter if it rains, sleet, snow, or hail.
That's right.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we as humans are too. So, It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I guarantee you, I got some laundry to do or something I need to catch up on that's inside. And I put that off, y'all, until I can put it off no more. Until a rainy day. And my friend Catherine is the same way. So if you're an outside girl, you don't like to be inside folding clothes and sweeping floors and mopping floors and things such as that. Sometimes we have to. When it comes a time when your husband says, "Do I have any clean underwear?" Then you have to do the laundry.
Because I got some real grease.
Or worse. Yep.
Oh, man.
We're not there yet. But we're not there yet.
Oh, goodness.
But we will be soon.
Oh, man.
So, y'all, this has been a fun live. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we're oh, my goodness. We're going to get over our tickledness and sign off to you guys. I am finished with my coffee. Are you finished?
I'm done.
Oh, yeah. We're done. We're done. So, Tuesday, we will not be here at 4:00. We will be here at some point, and we will let you guys know what time. But I will have to go pick Mary Carl up from something that she's doing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I won't be here. So unless you want to do it solo, we'll change the time. It'll either be after 5 or before 3. We'll figure it out.
Also, don't forget, if you want to watch or join the live, which will be a replay too, the Garden Party podcast over on the Texas Garden Guy. That's Wednesday. That would be me and Tracy from Just Dig It Farm. Of course, the Texas Garden Guy and Fields Figs. And that's on Destin's channel, the Texas Garden Guy.
But that will be Wednesday.
Wednesday, the 24th.
After.
And I'm not sure the time yet, but...
Said 7 o'clock.
Did it? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, at 7 o'clock. But we'll be live on Tuesday, too. Yep. We just don't know exactly what time. It will not be 4 o'clock, I can tell you that. We'll just have to coordinate with Jamie, because I think she does a live after us on Tuesday.
Yes.
And we don't want to interfere with her. So we'll coordinate that and get everything taken care of. They said Jamie does hers, I think, Tuesday at 7.
Okay.
So it may be that we can do ours at 6. But we'll figure it out. Yep. We'll let you guys know.
That's right.
So here we go.
Y'all be good.